Here, this is Lord Potato, and this is what if Naruto had a lightsaber, part two. Now, before I even continue or to a recap, I want to just know. I'm just gonna say this question and want to know, what's your favorite lightsaber? Like you can, well, favorite lightsaber color, whatever, or just the kyber crystals. That's how you make a freaking lightsaber with the kyber crystals. Which is your favorite kyber crystal for your lightsaber? You can go from colors to abilities to whatever. Yeah, you get the point. Like the ghost kyber crystal, how that's like a silent lightsaber. It doesn't make no noise. It's invisible, but it's pretty much weak. There's another one, but the other one I forgot what it's called. But for my lightsabers, I did made a post yesterday about like which side you did pick and all that. I don't remember how many people picked the wait. Okay, so 18% of you did pick light side, so that's Jedi. 57 percent of you picked the dark side Sith, which I all respect those people. And yeah, 25 of you decide to pick potato Sith, which I still respect. Um, I would say F you light side, just because I don't like the light. I never liked the light side. But no, I'm just saying. I'm just joking. Okay. But yeah. Also, if you did okay, so the person that did kind of comment that saying that you're a Jedi Sith, uh, the right term would be gray Jedi. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, saying that yeah, it's a cool name to have Jedi Sith. You're pretty much not a Jedi or a Sith. A gray Jedi just means that you belong to none of those. What's called the light side, dark side, or you do meet the requirements in those two sides. I think that's what I was meant for being a great Jedi. I don't remember what I said, but I'm just saying. Also, if you are all three of these people, all three of these people, all three of these sides, then I should have put that as the fourth one. But hey, I wasn't thinking that time. Back to the question of which lightsaber you guys like. It can be yellow because yellow is basically from the Guardians, the Temple Guardians they use. Black was used once, I think so, and it's like a sword one, which that's what sort of Naruto's now like using right now in this what if. And white was just yeah, you get the point. Mine is black and what's called this color, cyan, turquoise. I like turquoise or cyan. I don't know what color it is. It's exactly this color, but yeah. Just comment down if you want to. If you don't want to comment, you don't need to. Yeah, you get the point. I'll make a post later. But let me do the recap. I kind of take way too much time, so let me do that. So, what happened last time is Naruto was kind of forced to use the Force side. Well, the Force push to push people away when he was 6 years old. What's that happening? Naruto never used the Force again. Well, the Force push or any of the Force because he doesn't actually know how to do it. Know how to do it. When he was 8 years old, he was kind of saddened because, well, he met someone that was willing to be his friend. Someone who had uses genjutsu, like realistic genjutsu. I don't remember her name. I will make some kind of OC name. I don't really care about her actual original name right now. I'm not gonna go search it up. But of course, this is where Naruto, when she disappeared and never was seen again. Naruto was kind of saddened, but of course, when he was 8 years old, he did meet an old man. This old man was actually a Sith Lord. So, with that happening, of course, this is where Naruto did meet the old man. The old man's name was, well, his Sith, what's it called? His Sith name was what's it called? The Darkened Stealer. I think I say Dark Steel Ruler or whatever. I forgot what I call him. But yeah, of course Naruto meets him, and of course the old man decides to train Naruto in the dark side because Naruto wanted to become stronger, and well, defeat any weakling. Will defeat anyone that wanted to cross his path. So the old man decided to train him in the dark side, the Sith side. So of course Naruto has learned how to use the lightsaber. His lightsaber is a black katana, so this kind of lightsaber right here, but instead of being red, it's black. But Naruto can change it anytime he wants for a different lightsaber color. Yes, the old man did have a bunch of Kaiba crystals with him. And of course, Naruto can always change it and all that. And also his, what's called scabbard and all that Naruto has, because that lightsaber cannot, well, I mean, it can be turned off, but cannot be turned off. I mean, when I mean it cannot, I mean it can be turned off, but he usually doesn't like turn it off, because he kind of reminds it as like a sword and all that. But of course, Naruto can change it to different colors, either a Scalfern to actually change it instead of being a color and all that. Which the scabbard and all that kind of has the lightsaber and all that, contains the Kaiba crystals, the different colors with the Kaiba crystals. So it'd be so much easier for him to just switch it out and put it there. Yeah, you get the point. With that, Naruto, he fought against the old man when he was 10 years old. And of course, Naruto actually killed the old man. The old man says, "You are like a grandson to me," and all that. And of course, Naruto was crying. He was kind of sad and kind of cold to everyone. I mean, he was already cold, but he's colder. Because no one wanted to be his friend when he was younger, so he doesn't care about anyone's feelings. Now, of course, when he was 10, he did kind of also cripple Sasuke. You know, I know someone's going to be saying, "Why you got to cripple Sasuke?" Or none of you are going to say, "Thank God." I hope none of you are gonna say it. Because you know, one reason here, Sasuke is fucking useless. That bitch didn't do jack shit in the beginning. Now, she still isn't jack shit in Boruto, so yeah. Now, this is where we go into, well, after me doing that little tantrum, whatever, we go into, well, Naruto kinda, after that, when he was 12 years old, he did take the Genin test. He did pass it, even though he fell on the Shadow Clone. But of course, Mizuki did tell him to steal the Forbidden Scroll Ceiling, which he did. He blamed it on Mizuki and then killed Mizuki. So yeah, of course, that Naruto does not have a team. He's on a team by himself and does not have a Jonin Sensei or anything. Naruto did have to take the D-rank missions way earlier instead of like waiting a couple days and doing the tests and all that for like getting tests and all that. Naruto, since he doesn't have a team or anything, he doesn't need to take those tests or even do teamwork or anything like that. Because Naruto does not need teamwork when he's a fucking danger to the freaking society. He can use force and he can, well, let me say that again. He can use the force push, force stance, and force lightning. Of course, there'll be other abilities I'm going to mention, but Naruto's Force Lightning is, well, just black and red, okay? Since, yeah, that looks dope as hell. Also, he does have that metal claw for his, what's it called, left hand. This metal claw and all that. For his right hand, he doesn't have, what's it called, metal claw or anything, but he does have just a normal black glove, so he can pull out the sword way easier, because the sword, lightsaber, is on his left side. That's how he can pull it out easier, okay? But of course, with that happening, we go into, well, after Dad's taking some missions and all that, he didn't want to capture Tora multiple times, but the jutsu he kind of learned from the Forbidden Scroll Ceiling was the Raijin from, the second Hokage, from Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu from the second Hokage, and explosion clones. Now, no one actually had explosion clones, but that was just a forbidden thing, so no one actually had to learn it. So yeah. Of course, Naruto thought it would be super useful for this, so yeah. He also saw a key for something, like a key of sealing in the Forbidden Scroll Ceiling. Now, Naruto only got 4 hands before Mizuki kind of ruined it, but yeah. Of course, he meet the Nine-Tails. And of course, the Nine-Tails did kind of just accept Naruto to be his partner in crime. And of course, Naruto said okay. And of course, he did take that whole paper, that sealing paper off of Kurama and all that, the cage. Of course, there were Minato and Kushina tried to stop Naruto. Naruto cracked their skulls. well, mostly crack their necks and kill them off. So yeah, now there's where I kind of left it off. Naruto, after doing that, he was just like, well, Kurama, he was like, well, time to go do missions. So of course we go into about 2 weeks of Naruto just doing D rank missions, easily catching Tora. Like he put a seal on Tora. He can easily catch that fucking cat. And of course, one time Hiruzen says, "Okay, Naruto, you're gonna be taking on a D rank mission called Catch Tora." Naruto says, "Okay." What's the fastest time? Naruto said it. And Hiruzen says it takes about 2 hours. Yeah, that's the fastest time. Naruto disappear, grab Tora, and reappear into the Hiruzen's office. Because he did kind of put a, what's it called? He kind of just threw a kunai, kind of flipping mid-air. Naruto disappear, got the cat, and reappeared, and say, "Here you go, Hiruzen." Hiruzen say, "Hold up, bitch! Did you just?" Yes, the flying Raijin. You know what? I kind of did read on the Forbidden Scroll and did learn about the multi-shadow clone jutsu, and also, well, the Raijin. It's very easy to learn that. Hiruzen goes, and then he was like, "Okay, that's terrifying to know that you learned the Raijin, but that's too easy for you to catch Tora." Tora the cat is kind of just squirming around, just like meow. And Naruto says, "If you don't shut up, cat, I'll choke you." And of course the cat goes meow. He just stops because Naruto's kind of scared, you know that. But yeah, this is where Hiruzen says, "Whatever. Okay, just give it to the daimyo. You want? Let me hold it, and then you can leave." So Naruto gets paid, and of course he leaves. Naruto right now is training and using his force lightning, his force push, and all that. Also using the lightsabers, different Kaiba crystals and all that. But yeah. Now, Naruto, he kind of put the red Kaiba crystal into the lightsaber. And of course, he kind of was tired, so he didn't put on his black Kaiba crystal. Not that. But he didn't put it back. But yeah. Naruto is going back into what's it called? Well, after that, he kind of went home. He did kind of eat and all that. Eat healthier food and all that. Even though people didn't want to like serve him like healthier food or any of that, in, like the shops and all that. Not serve him, but mostly give him and all that, or like let him buy it. Naruto really force choked him. And of course they like, okay, this is how much. They tried to like charge him. Of course Naruto choked them and go, never mind, this is how much. So yeah, Naruto really just over here just kind of not really abusing the force and all that, but he's using it for evil, just like how it has to be attended for. Used for. He's basically in the dark side. Mostly the Jedi's want to use it on people, maybe to push them away, but that's being a little bitch. You're supposed to choke them, crack their necks, just like Darth Vader has always said. Choke that. Use the force to just crack their necks. Not really what Darth Vader said, but hey, I'd rather be in the dark side than light side. I don't care about balance, I care about chaos. Just in the... Okay, never mind. I should shut up half the time. But let me go back to the water. But now we go into Naruto. He's at his house, he goes to sleep, he does wake up the next day, and of course Hiruzen says, Naruto, you're very early. Well, Naruto, I would give you a D-rank mission, but I feel like you finished all D-rank missions pretty easily in about 2 weeks, and no other getting team could ever get a D-rank mission. So instead, I'm changing you from D-rank missions to only doing C-rank missions. Naruto says, why? He was like, he didn't complain, but he didn't care that much. And of course, Hiruzen says, well, the problem is, Naruto, the fact that you clear out every day D-rank missions, no other Genin squad could do any other mission. You're over here just clearing them out for 2 weeks straight. So, I'm giving you C-rank missions. And Naruto says, but I'm not a tuning, or he's like doing this logically because he doesn't want to be like this kind of selfish care or anything right now, blah blah blah, because he doesn't care about that. He's kind of mature in his brain and all that. And Harusen says, I feel like you're strong enough, and well, I mean, you are strong enough. You have a fucking second Hokage's flying Raijin. And of course, Naruto says, true, 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 true. He's like, yep, okay. What kind of secret mission am I going to be doing? Your secret mission is to kind of deliver this paper to another village. Naruto says, is that all or what? Yeah, pretty much. Naruto says, okay, where's the village? It's just some like small village that kind of what's called trade with the leaf village. What's called green tea leaves. So yeah, I'm gonna just say that's what the village is for. They kind of grow tea leaves, mostly not green tea leaves, but mostly other teas and all that. You get the point, right? The tea leaves. Of course, with that happening, Naruto says, okay, let me see the scroll. Goodbye, Harusen, and goodbye. He jumps out the window and just dips. Harusen says, I have a headache now. Whatever. Now, Naruto's right now going through the gate. Not really going through the gate. He jumped over the gate because he's on building to jump over the gate. He didn't go through it. Nah, fuck that. Naruto's right now just going straight to the village and all that. He's just kind of running, but then again, he started just walking. He started just seeing the view outside. Because you see here, he doesn't like being in the village and being all cramped up with other fuckers and all that. So yeah, he's just chilling. He's just walking and all that. And this is where he kind of passes by an older like person. But not an older person, he doesn't pass by. He just sends an older person just right in front of him. Yeah. And of course, this is where Naruto looks up and sees this man. This man is looking at Naruto kind of strangely. This man has brown eyes, brown hair, and has a weird looking, well, not even weird. It's just Naruto's kind of saying, that's a lightsaber, what's called handle. Yes, this man has a lightsaber handle. Of course, this man also has, well, somewhat of like a white coat and all that. But yeah. And of course, Naruto said, could it be? This is where the man gets kind of scared. Well, kind of not really scared or anything. Because he doesn't know about this ninja or anything. Because he knows about like the ninja life and all that. This man just pulls out his lightsaber and shows the color of lightsaber he has. It is blue. He is a Jedi. Naruto says. Naruto gets pissed. And of course, this is where the old man says, Ninja, do not attack me. That's where Naruto says, you Jedi! Naruto uses the force push to push this man into the tree. So the man gets up and says, it seems you know about my term. I am a Jedi. Seems that you are pissed. Calm down, boy. This is where Naruto pulls out his lightsaber and it is red. This is where the man realizes that he's fighting against a Sith Lord. And of course he says, of course, even though you're young, you're a Sith. You went into the dark side. Naruto says, my master has told me about you Jedis are just weak. Cowards. And of course this is where the Jedi says, we are not cowards. We are those who bring balance to this world and bring light. Naruto says, I don't care. He shoots lightning force lightning from his left hand that kind of has the claw and all that. And of course, the Jedi manages to dodge. He uses his force push to push Naruto. But Naruto, he puts chakra into his legs. And of course, doesn't get pushed back that much. But doesn't realize why he put chakra into his legs. He never uses chakra that much. It's Kurama who's actually doing this. And he was like, what the? Kurama says, not boy. Naruto. Naruto says, Kurama, what are you doing? I felt your rage spiked up. That's why I kind of woke up and seen what the hell is happening. And you're going against a what? Jedi. I hate Jedis. Just like my master has told me. Jedis are nothing but despicable fucking losers. Not really what his head, but yeah, Naruto just doesn't like Jedi's. No Sith likes Jedi's, and Jedi's don't like Sith. So you get the point, right? Naruto hates the light side. He likes the dark side a lot. So that's why. So of course he's like, those light side users, I will fucking kill every single Jedi that's on this goddamn planet. And this will work, Rama nodded and says, then I'll lend you my help, Naruto, since we are partner in crime, and you two love making chaos and destruction, know that? Then let's fight him. Naruto does have his lightsaber still on his right hand, and of course it's a red color. So, it's a red color, and of course Naruto, he just starts running at the Jedi and swings his lightsaber down, while the Jedi swings it horizontal. So of course Naruto swings it vertical, and he swings it horizontal, blocking Naruto's lightsaber from like striking his head or cutting him in half. And of course Naruto says, "You Jedis will die. The light side shall die." So yeah, Naruto is right now just kind of pushing down and all that. And of course the Jedi says, "That's it. I gotta do something real quick." So he uses what's called force push to push Naruto away. And of course Naruto gets pushed a little further away. And the Jedi says, "You will not defeat me, Sith." So if there must be other Sith users in the not Sith users. There must be other Siths in this world. I will bring peace to this world, the lights and all that. Naruto says, "No, you won't. You won't bring peace to this world. This peace does not exist in this world." That's where the Jedi says, "How will you know?" "Because I was abused a long time ago." Well, Naruto wasn't gonna say he was abused and all that, because he was abused. But he isn't gonna go tell his fucking life story to a fucking Jedi. Because fuck Jedis. And of course, Naruto rushes at what's called the Jedi, slicing the Jedi using his lightsaber and all that. And of course, the Jedi had to block again. He's like, damn it. Of course, Naruto uses force lightning to hit the Jedi. And the Jedi getting like freaking electricity and all that. This is where Naruto says, "My perfect chance." He kind of just rushes at the Jedi. The Jedi managed to use his lightsaber to swing at Naruto. Just kind of just slice him and all that. And of course, Naruto managed to jump back a little bit. But of course, he does get cut in his chest a little bit. And of course, Naruto swings at the Jedi. Swinging the, what's called the lightsaber and all. Missing the whole lightsaber that Jedi has, but managed to cut the Jedi in the torso. One stomach mostly. And the Jedi say, "Son of a bitch." This is where Naruto, he throws his lightsaber at the Jedi, and the Jedi blocks it, but then gets knee in the stomach. So of course he gets knee in the stomach. This is where Naruto pulls out his scabbard, and of course he does click a button, and of course stab the Jedi in the heart. The Jedi was shocked. He doesn't expect another lightsaber. And of course Naruto says, "You weakling." That's where Naruto uses the force for his right hand to pull out to get his lightsaber that's somewhere on the ground now. So he grabs it, turns it back on, and cuts the Jedi's head off. This is where Naruto says, "You're just a weakling bitch." But yeah, he kills the Jedi, and of course, gets the lightsaber, breaks the lightsaber in half, and takes the Kyber crystal. The blue Kyber crystal. He doesn't want to give it to anyone. But yeah. Now, I should have mentioned something, but what's it called? There's something also called a lightsaber blaster. It's where you use Kyber crystal to kind of shoot a lightsaber blaster. I don't know what it's called, but I forgot what it's called. But Naruto's actually gonna create that. That's why he's kind of realized that when he kind of got the blue Kyber crystal, he remembers something about a lightsaber blaster. And of course, Naruto's thinking to create it now. Just in case he fights it anymore against Jedi, he can pull out that shit and shoot the freaking Jedi. Because the lightsaber blaster can actually, go through a lightsaber. Lightsaber and all that. If I can remember right. I can't remember right. But after Naruto kind of killed the Jedi, he is now walking back to the village that he was requested to kind of send the scroll and all that. Well, yeah, the scroll. When he gets there, there's some bandits attacking Naruto. What he does is use the Force to grab all those bandits' head and cracks their necks. Easily, just killing them all. This is where one of the bandit leaders attack because there was a bandit leader. He tries to swing his katana at Naruto. Naruto dodges, pulls out his lightsaber, and of course the bandit leader is confused, and of course the villagers are confused. But of course, this is where the what's called leader swings his sword, and Naruto uses his lightsaber to block, but cut through it really easily. This is where bandit leader notices his sword is cut in half. And this is where the leader tries to get away from Naruto, he throws his lightsaber, and of course he does hit the bandit leader, cut him in half, and of course Naruto uses the Force to bring back this lightsaber and put it back in his scabbard. So that's what happened. So Naruto, he gets to the village leader and all that, which he guesses is the village leader's what's called building, and of course, what's it called? The village leader says, "Who are you, ninja?" Well, he's guessing that's a ninja. Naruto says, "I am from the Leaf Village. This is from Haruzen Saratobi." And of course, the village leader says, He gets the scroll, and of course, it's where he reads on it. And of course, since Naruto was the one to actually help him and all that, from what's called bandits and all that, he said, very interesting. Can I know your name? Naruto says, "My name is Naruto Uzumaki." And of course, this is where the man says, "Okay." So what it meant in the scroll is to kind of, what's called, it was just a business thing and all that. And of course, it was just like, give us like this much leaves and we'll give you this much money. And of course, he kind of signed on it. And of course, he says, "Here you go, Naruto." And of course, he kind of also decides to give a bonus into what's called tea leaves because, well, Naruto saved him from a bunch of bandits. So of course, Naruto goes back to what's called the Leaf Village, and of course, so what's that happening? We go into Naruto going back to the Leaf Village, and of course, Haruzen's right now just doing paperwork, and Naruto appears into Haruzen's office. He doesn't even go through the gate again because he uses a flying Raijin, and appears like into the what's called Haruzen's office. Of course, this is where Team 10, so basically Asuma, Ino, what's called Choji, and Shikamaru, they're kind of getting their second T-rank mission. And of course, this is where they see a little flash of lightning appear, but of course it's red and black, because that's how Naruto's lightning is. And Haruzen says, Naruto, when did you have enough time to put that seal in there? Naruto says, about a while ago. It was so much easier just to get over here than just get through your, what's called, secretary and also get through the village, and it's just annoying. It's such a drag. Shikamaru goes, he narrows the kind of eyes, but saying this is such a drag and all that. Says the same time in his head. And of course, is where, well, Haruzen says, okay, how was your mission? Naruto just says, here you go. He gets a scroll, and of course, Haruzen reads on it and says, you did pretty well, Naruto, for your first C-rank mission. And of course, Team 10 heard it, and they were like, wait, first C-rank mission? So, when that happened, of course, is where Team 10 is kind of shocked, because they haven't even done a single D-rank mission or a C-rank mission. And of course, is where Naruto says, any more C-rank missions, or Haruzen says, yes, here you go. It's another, scroll, what's called, bring this scroll to another village and all that. Since you done it pretty quick. So, yeah, you can leave. Of course, it's where Naruto was about to leave until Ino kind of jumped in front of him. And if you're gonna wonder, is Naruto gonna have a ship in this one? Somewhat. It's not gonna be Ino, it's not gonna be Hinata, it's not gonna be Sasuke the trash can, because Sasuke's crap on this one, so fuck you. So yeah, I don't like Sasuke anything. Alright, yeah. I haven't really decided, but yeah. But that's not the really point. But yeah, Naruto, he is kind of just going kind of, and before he gets to leave, Ino kind of says, "So Naruto," she tries to be like very, whatever the fuck the word is that females usually try to make you do something for them or whatever. And of course, Naruto, he full on. He says force pushes her into the wall. Naruto does not care. He's like, fuck off, bitch. But yeah, this is where Naruto, he kind of just walks out, leaves, and Ino says, that crazy bastard. Asuma says so, father. And Harusen said, yes, Asuma. Who was that boy exactly? This is where Harusen says, that boy is named Naruto Uzumaki. He's a team by himself. And Asuma widens his eyes and says, why? Well, you can see how strong he is. He already knows the second Hokage is one of his jutsus. I see. I can see why he's on a team by himself. And Naruto's like now going to the next village. He jumps over the gate again. He doesn't care about going through it because he's not going to be dealing with the gate guards and all that. So yeah, he jumps over it. He goes towards what's it called, the village, the next village. This village kind of just serves what's it called. Okay, this village kind of grows. I'm gonna say. I would say rice because rice is kind of grown in like water. It's not right deep water, kind of like shallow water. So yeah, this place kind of sells rice. And of course, Naruto gets to this village, and of course, it's not rice country or anything. It's just this sort of small village that kind of just sells rice and all. And Naruto gets to the place. Of course, there's more bandits attacking. Naruto cuts through them easily. Of course, when he's giving the scroll to the leader and all that, this is where a ninja appears and starts causing trouble. It is a rogue ninja. Now, this rogue ninja is at least B rank. Why? Now, his jutsu is contained of fire jutsus and also water jutsus. Which, Naruto, he kind of just ran outside, or kind of just walked outside, saw that the ninja was right now causing trouble and all that, and saying, give me all your food and all that, and I won't kill anyone. It's where Naruto uses Force Lightning to attack the ninja. The ninja did water wall really fast, but the lightning still pierces through and hits the ninja. The ninja says, ugh, who did that? Naruto says, I did. And Naruto saw the water what's called wall, and realized that he has to just pull out his lightsaber. His lightsaber is not turned on or anything. He switches the kyber crystal into, well, a blue kyber crystal. Now, this blue kyber crystal is not the Jedi blue kyber crystal. No, this kyber crystal is kind of looking like a watery kind of color. Why? Because this kyber crystal is going to be a water kyber crystal. Since there's multiple different kyber crystals with different abilities, this one's going to be a water kyber crystal, which is immune to water. So yeah. Now, this is where Naruto, he is just like turning on his lightsaber, and of course, he's going straight towards the ninja. And the ninja says, you were the one to attack me, weren't you? So the ninja sends fire at Naruto, and Naruto cuts the fire down with his water lightsaber right now. Now, this is where not Jedi, the ninja was shocked and rushes at Naruto for a combat, for a taijutsu. He tries to kick at Naruto. Naruto dodges. Of course, tries to axe kick Naruto. Naruto dodges again by leaping backwards. And of course, this is where the ninja got very close to Naruto. And this is where Naruto, he uses the Force Lightning again to, well, hit the ninja. The ninja says, ah! Ah! And Naruto uses the Force Lightning to hit him down to the ground. Ah! And then just say, you little shit. This is where Naruto uses Force Choke. That's what I think. I think that's what's called that Darth Vader used. Darth Vader. That's why the ninjas go, you bad. He dies. Naruto kills him, and of course, the leaders saw this, and he saw that Naruto wasn't hesitating at all. Naruto was full on battling this man, even though he looks kind of young. Of course, the village elder kind of just signed the paper and also agreed to give more than what was originally promised, thanks to Naruto Uzumaki. So yeah, Naruto has actually been doing C rank missions for 2 weeks. Well, not 2 weeks. I'm gonna say for at least 2 months. And Naruto has been fighting against bandits, ninjas. Even came across an S rank ninja that wasn't from the Akatsuki or anything. He was just an S rank ninja that started attacking Naruto because this man was kind of just bloodthirsty. And of course, Naruto fully just took out this like ninja so easily, using flying Raijin appear like right in front of this guy's neck and all, stab him in the neck. Naruto uses a lightsaber to cut his head off. So yeah, Naruto has fully taken out an S-rank ninja and has shown it to Hiruzen pretty easily. Hiruzen is shocked that Naruto encountered an S-rank ninja and killed him. So yeah. Now Naruto has used other kyber crystals and all that. Has using the lava kyber crystal, which kind of burnt when someone clashes with lava kyber crystal. It doesn't like cut through the person or anything like that. It doesn't really burn or anything. No, the lava kyber crystal, what it does the whole plasma. But of course, the lava chunks, I think so. I think it's like lava, molten lava can like fall into the enemy's eyes and kind of burn their eyes or anything like that. So of course, Naruto has used the lava kyber crystal, the ghost kyber crystal when it was somewhat of an assassin mission, and yeah. Hiruzen is kind of shocked that Naruto has encountered an S-rank ninja and has fully killed this man. It is shocking to Hiruzen, but of course he's not shocked at the same time because Naruto has dealt with B-rank missing ninjas, C-rank missing ninjas, even what's called an A-rank missing ninja, but now an S-rank ninja. That Hiruzen's like, this kid is too overpowered right now. God. Okay, you want that does not matter. But of course, when Naruto came in, because after he went to go sell the head and all that from his money and all, he got it from the bounty and all that. And of course, he just says, "Okay, Hiruzen, I'm gonna be leaving. I'm gonna go be training Ken." Hiruzen nodded, and of course, this is where a dog appeared. A dog has not a dog. A messenger bird has just appeared. Now, this messenger bird has a scroll. And this is where Hiruzen reads on it, and this says, Team 8, Kurenayuki needs backup for what's called Tazuna's mission. Yes, this is where, instead of Kakashi going... Actually, no, it's not Kurenayuki. It is, some other team. Team 15. No, not Team 15. Let me say, Team 14. Nayaya? That's her name. Sana? Whatever. I don't know what to call her last name. Nayana? Reported for duty. Not reported for duty. Reporting that this C-rank mission needs backup and talk about that the Tazuna lied about the mission. Naruto said, what is that exactly? Hiruzen says, well, Naruto, you're gonna have to be the backup mission for Team 14. Naruto says, what is that? I thought there was a couple teams. And Hiruzen says, yes, but what about the other students in the academy, not just your classroom? Did you not pay attention to that? Naruto says, no, not really, I didn't care that much. Hiruzen says, I see, okay. Team 14 is from another classroom, but of course, they aren't fully like elite heirs or anything. They're not like big clan heirs. They're mostly smaller clan heirs, but yeah. And also has civilians and all. But yeah, so you're gonna be the backup for that, team, because since you're overpowered, you probably fight against some kind of random A-rank ninja, I don't care. But yeah, It's at the Land of Waves. You know where the Land of Waves are at, right, Naruto? Naruto say, yeah, I've been close to there, but yeah, I can get there. And of course, Horizon says, then go ahead. Naruto says goodbye. He jumps out of what's called the window. He kind of just backward jumps. He like jumps backwards. And he kind of does like this freaking, what's called, how should I say? Never mind. He kind of just dives out the window, jumps onto a roof, and starts running. Jumps over the gate again because he doesn't really ever take the gate entrance or anything because he doesn't care. Now you're wondering how he gets in though. Naruto scales the walls, and of course when ninjas aren't really looking at what's called underneath the wall or anything, or kind of looking if there's Naruto or anything, yeah, Naruto easily gets through them pretty easy that much. Well, before I go any further, not gonna lie, the hot chocolate that I kind of made was just something that what's it called was supposed to give me energy. I'm feeling kind of tired, but not really that tired. So I mean, I'm still gonna make this what if and all. At least I'm gonna make it at least 1 hour long, maybe. But of course, after this one, I'm gonna be making a what if Naruto was Seven's reincarnation because I have a great idea for the ending. Also, I'm also gonna be making a what if Naruto had the world, well, the heaven over world, or what's it called, the world over heaven. I don't remember what's it called, but yeah, it's another what if that someone requested. But yeah, I actually have two other what ifs that I actually want to make, but I'll finish what's called old what ifs for those what ifs. But yeah, I'll mention what they are. But yeah, not the point. Go back to the what if. Shut up, potato, and go to the what if. I know that's what some of you are thinking. So, we go back into, well, Naruto. Naruto is right now just running towards the Land of Waves. This is where, what's it called? This is where the Jonin Sensei on Team 14 is right now fighting against Zabuza. Her name is Nokirien. So, of course, she uses a katana. She uses two katanas, but they're small katanas, so they're tantos mostly. She's fighting against what's called the Zabuza Demon of the Mist. And she is not a high-ranking Jonin. She is she is a low-ranking Jonin. She's not that strong. Of course, her team is right now protecting Tazuna, a girl with white hair named Shiroi, a girl with what's called kind of whitish hair but also have brownish hair, and also what's called. So let me say it again. So one of the girls are named Shiroi, so basically with white hair and all. Well, white and grayish hair a little bit. So of course another one has black hair, and her name is Sayana from the Kurama clan. And of course this is where what's called another girl is named what's called. She has blue hair and sort of red hair a little bit also, kind of orangey red hair. And of course her name is Sayana. So not Sayana, Zarana. Yeah, that's her name. Of course, they're right now kind of dealing with the mist and kind of fighting against the Zabuza clones and all that. Of course, they're trying because, well, they're fighting against an A-ranked ninja. Of course, this is where what's called when one of the girls were actually going to get stabbed. Well, not stabbed, kind of sliced down by Zabuza's clone. This is where one of the Zabuza clones gets sliced in half by a just thrown lightsaber, a blue lightsaber. This is Naruto's water lightsaber. He changed it because, well, this is going to be the mess and he doesn't want to break his lightsaber. So, of course, because lightsabers can be broken if in water. So, this is why there is a water kyber crystal. So, of course, the water clone of, well, Zabuza goes poof. Of course, Zabuza says, what the? And of course, Ayana is right now fighting against, well, Zabuza is still kind of on guard. And she's like, what was that? Of course, the lightsaber turned off and all that, but yeah. Zabuza says, what the hell? This is where, well, the water clones, Zabuza are kind of confused. This is where Naruto appears. A kunai just lands in front of them. And black and red lightning just appears. where kind of a streak of lightning appears. Naruto in front of it grabs a kunai, puts it back on his pouch, and then uses his left, well not his left hand, right hand to grab his lightsaber, pulls it back, turns it on, and cuts the water clones down. Of course, this is where, well, Zabuza says, what the? He now realizes who this is. Naruto has actually gotten a, well, kind of bounty on him, since Naruto is somewhat on the bingo book. Naruto's pretty strong, it's just, they call him the Dark User. Oh no, they call him the Black and Red Lightning User because that's what Naruto uses, the Force. But of course, no one actually knows about his actual name or anything because Naruto never has said it or anything. Somewhat. When he's fighting against enemies, he usually stays quiet and kills them easily. But yeah, this is where, well, Zabuza says, he looks kind of familiar. Narayana's right now trying to stab at Zabuza, and Zabuza says, get away from me, you weakling. Of course, this is where Narayana could not really jump away because she's right now in the middle of the air. Naruto uses the Force to grab her and throw her back to her team and all that. Back to her team. Grab her mid-air and kind of just throw her back. Of course, she was like, ah! And then, of course, Shiroi and Sarayana did actually manage to catch her and says, Sensei, you're okay? This is where Narayana says, I am okay. Of course, she's tired and all that. And of course, Zabuza says, interesting. I'm guessing you're the one that did that, Blondie. Naruto says, for the dark side. Oh, it's not really for the dark side. He didn't say that for the dark side. He just says, of course I did. And what are you going to do about it? That's where Zabuza says, oh, I'm going to be doing something. He's doing his, his jutsu, his hand, what's it called? Okay, his jutsu is going to be a thicker mist and all. He's adding more mist and all. Until Naruto uses his, well, what's called Force Lightning to hit Zabuza. Zabuza goes, ah! This is Black and Red Lightning. You are that user. Ah! Of course, Naruto, he's using the Force Lightning still. And puts Zabuza up in the air. Smash into the ground. Zabuza is now knocked out, and of course, the mist disappears. This is where Senbons appeared and was about to hit Zabuza. Naruto saw him, uses his Force. The Force to just stop the Senbon in the middle of the air before hitting him. That's where Naruto appears next to Zabuza. He pulls out his lightsaber. He kind of just throws back the Senbons at the missing ninja. And of course, Haku says, I'm a missing ninja. I am here for Zabuza. Naruto, he turns what's it called. He switches his Kyber crystal to have a red Kyber crystal instead. Naruto says, I'm sorry, Mr. Ninja, but throwing Senbons is not going to kill this man. So I will help you. Naruto cut his head off using the red lightsaber. Haku says, no! And throws Senbons at Naruto. Naruto uses the Force. Uses Force push to push the Senbons back at Haku. Haku managed to get stabbed by his own Senbons. And of course, Haku's like, you bastard! Why you gotta kill him? Naruto says, cause a missing ninja is supposed to dispose of those, well, with information from their, what's called, village. You were using Senbons, and I saw the pressure points you were gonna hit him with. Those it kind of looks like he's kind of dead. But you underestimated me. I am someone that's very experienced. Even though I look like a genin, I'm not dumb. And of course, this is where Haku says, you bastard. Of course, this is where Naruto appears. Well, not appears. He uses Force, what's called a Force choke. And Haku's like, no. He tries to use his what's called a Senbon to attack Naruto. Naruto just slices that using what's called his red lightsaber. Slices through it. Just disappears and all. And of course, Naruto saying, goodbye, missing ninja. Naruto clenches his fist. Neck crush. Yeah, Haku is dead and Zabuza also dead. Naruto, he picks up the giant executioner blade and says, this will give me a lot of money. Naruto's now just walking up to Tazuna and says, you are Tazuna, aren't you? And Tazuna said, yes? Tell me, is this really an C rank mission? Or is this at least A rank mission? And of course, Tazuna said, I didn't have enough money to get the, what's it called, to say it's an A rank mission. Naruto says, I don't really care about the money that much, because this executioner blade, Zabuza's head, and that missing ninja, if they can sell for any money, it's gonna give me that money, so I was willing to help you. For this other team, I have no clue if they're willing to help or not. If they're not, I don't really care. I'll be your bodyguard for now. And Tazuna was kind of glad, and of course Naruto says, then come along. We gotta get to what to call your house. And of course, Nairana, she was about to pass out, and of course Naruto kind of grab her, like her arm and all, and says, are you okay? Well, he's not very concerned, so he says, miss? Of course, she's passed out. Naruto says, oh, for fuck's sakes, I'm not gonna carry her. Not Gato, Tazuna. Yes, carry her for me. And of course, he says, but you can do that whole floating thing, right? That's gonna crush her body. And of course, is where Tazuna says, oh, okay, never mind, let me just carry her. So yeah, he's doing that. So of course, is where, well, Shiroi, Sayana, and also Larana are right now following Naruto's command. Naruto's right now leading this team. Naruto's also a Genin, but he's a high-ranking Genin. Naruto's really strong for being just a Genin for about 2 months. They get to Tazuna's house, and of course, they do lay down Narayana into a bed and all that. Of course, Tazuna's like daughter, Tatsumi, I think that's her name, does like take care of Narayana and all that. And of course, Lorena, Shiroi, and Sarina. Actually, it's not Shiroi. Her name isn't Shiroi. It's name she actually has what's called greenish hair with white, and her name is Inko, because you won't forget. I'm gonna forget the name, but yeah, Inko instead. So of course they're kind of eating because Tatsumi didn't put food and all that. Naruto's not eating because he doesn't care. Naruto kind of asks Tazuna about why the village is so poor. This is where Tazuna says about Gato and how Gato has been a thug and all, blah blah blah. And of course Naruto says, if I kill this Gato man and his army, will this village be able to kinda flourish again before Gato? And Tazuna says, yes, it will, but aren't you just a bodyguard protector? Naruto says, I'm only somewhat of a backup. The original mission is for the original team that actually took it. I mostly can do anything what I want to do. Like say I want to assassinate Gato and kill him. And kill his whole thug army and also take his money. I can do that. There's not really a law for me to have to stick with the team of the original team that took this mission. And of course, this is where, well, Sarina decides to kind of get mad and says, why are you here? And Naruto says, what? And she says, why is a single guy just here? What about your team, your sensei, or anything like that? Naruto says, first of all, we are the same rank. Yes, we are. I am somewhat of a higher Genin. I'm close to becoming a Chunin. I don't need a team because I didn't have a team at the first place. You shut up. Guess what? Your mission is to protect Tazuna. So do that. Why my mission is to do whatever the fuck I want to. It's not really a mission to get the glory or whatever. Or get the money or whatever. That's your mission. My mission is now to assassinate Gato. And of course, it's where Sarina kind of gets annoyed the fact that Naruto, it doesn't act like any other guy that were in their team, not in their team, in their classroom, how every guy is kind of simp in their classroom. Naruto in this one is very, how should I say, Very savage. Savage, disrespectful, and doesn't give a fuck about anything. And of course, Sarina says, why aren't you just looking at me at beauty and all that? And actually starts kind of simping and blah 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 for it. That's where Naruto says, first of all, I don't care about beauty. If you're talking about beauty of the war, then I mean, it's actually interesting. But I don't care. I have emotions, yes, but I just don't care about that emotion. The emotion I care is about anger, destruction. Not just kidding. He says anger, happiness, what's it called, sadness. But yeah, I don't have an emotion for love that much. I do, but I don't care because I ignore it every time. So yeah, this is where, well, Serena kind of says, okay, then since our since you're the high-ranking, Ganin, isn't it best for you to stay here and actually help us train since our leader is knocked out? Naruto says that would be the case if I didn't kill not Tossum. If it, well, it's a call. He says that would be the case if I didn't kill Zabuza and the missing ninja, and right now has his head and all. Unless the Gato guy decides to pull out a S-rank ninja, or decide to manage to buy an S-rank ninja, there's no point for me to train you. And Sarina says, so Gato's this Doug that has this much money. Wouldn't it be nice to train us if he does get an S-rank ninja? Naruto says, I have fought against an S-rank ninja. It's not my fault. They're not that skilled. Well, the S-rank ninja that I kind of fought was kind of mostly raw power and all that. Okay, fine, I'll train you. Well, listen to this closely. I am not good at jutsus, and don't annoy me about what ability I use. That's only a secret for me. But I'll train you in somewhat Kenjutsu if that's what you want. Kenjutsu, throwing kunais more professionally, and also training wrestling to kind of get stronger in your physical body. This is where the girls kind of nodded, and of course Naruto says, since it's dark, just go to sleep or whatever. Naruto says, I will just stay outside just to see if anything happens. So yeah, Naruto's right now outside. And of course, Naruto does not mind the cold breeze, because right now it kind of reminds him of when the old man says, is it cold? And of course, Naruto just remembers that one memory. Is it cold, Naruto? It seems like it became winter in this planet. Huh. The planet I came from, it was also cold, but I got used to it. And of course, Naruto has a very sad memory. Of course, he cries a little bit. And of course, this is where the drop does drip down. A couple of drops of tears kind of drop down. And, well, there's one person that actually didn't go to sleep and actually saw the drop tears. Sarina. Sarina was the one that kind of was being logical and all. And she wanted to know what Naruto was doing and wasn't going after to do the assassin mission. Naruto was crying. Sarina had no clue why he was crying. It's just Naruto was crying because of the old man. He said, and he kind of said it quietly. Sarina managed to catch these words. Old man, why did you have to die? Damn it. He could have trained me more. Yeah, I wish he didn't die. And of course, this is where Sarina says, what does he talk about? She wanted to get closer, but of course, when she kind of made a little, creak in the wood, she said, shit, I gotta hide. Of course, Naruto said, who's there? He uses force sense and says, Sarina, why are you here? Sarina kind of said, shit. And of course, Naruto says, I can sense you. I'm not an idiot. I'm a ninja. I'm supposed to sense. And of course, Sarina gets out. And of course, she's wearing a somewhat blue shirt and all that. And of course, blue, pants. And of course, her sandals and all that. But she did have a blue jacket and all that, but she kind of took it off. But yeah. The roof is kind of connected to I'm going to say that the roof has this window up there that kind of you can climb out, kind of sit in the roof and all. So yeah, that's what she did. And of course, it's where Naruto says, "Why are you here, Sarina?" Naruto has one of his eyes closed, while the other one is kind of right now just getting rid of the tears and all that. And of course, Sarina says, "Naruto, is that your name, right?" Naruto says, "Yes. But I ask you a question. Why are you here? Aren't you supposed to go to sleep?" And of course, Sarina says, "You don't gotta be so demanding. I was just wondering what were you doing out here, and not thinking of going to do the assassinating mission." Naruto says, "Again, this is not my mission," he said, with a stern voice. And Sarina says, "Even though it's not your original mission, you're still supposed to help us since, well, you're a high-ranking Genin. And, well, I was wondering, can I be able to do what you did?" "What? The red lining?" She said, "No, the teleportation." "Teleportation?" "Yeah, that cool knife you had. It looks so similar, like something I read on a book." "Because it is. If you're thinking about the second Kage, I managed to took that jutsu and managed to, well, use the flying Raijin, if that's what you're thinking." And she says, "That's the flying Raijin? Are you a descendant to a Senju?" Naruto says, "No, not exactly. The Uzumakis are kind of cousins to the Senju." And she widened her eyes. "The Uzumaki? I thought your just last name was just some kind of name from a person or something like that." Naruto says, "No, the Uzumakis were not from the village exactly. My mother, she had red hair. I had blonde hair for some reason. But the Uzumakis have red hair, has some Kenkai say I don't actually know what they are, but are from the Whirlpool country." And she says, "I never heard of that place, because that country, or should I say island, is mostly surrounded by whirlpools." And this is where she kind of nods, and of course that's where Naruto says, "Since we're in the what's it called wave, well, the land of waves, we are kind of close to my what's called ancestors' island." Now, Naruto has read multiple books on the Uzumakis, and even though there were some books kind of hidden because of civilians and all that, Naruto still found them, killed those civilians because he got really annoyed. But yeah, so yeah, of course, Irina says, "Huh." Then Naruto says, "But still, I do not have any jutsus, if that's what you're wondering. The only jutsus I can probably teach you are just basic academy jutsus. The three jutsus I mostly use are three forbidden clan, well, not forbidden clan jutsus, but forbidden jutsus for those who have low chakra." This is where Sarina says, "What do you mean?" "My first jutsu, that you have not actually seen me use, well, is called explosion clone." And of course, she kind of widened her eyes and realized how dangerous that clone is. Naruto says, "I can use it perfectly fine. It's just I'm not gonna teach you that because I'm not gonna see you blow up the freaking village and then get blamed by Saratobi Haruzen." So yeah, second one is called multi-shadow clone jutsu. They're physical clone jutsus. They're like real what's it called? He says those are real clone jutsus, not the illusion type, and you can make multiple of them. But they take one clone jutsu takes a lot of chakra of yours, and you would have died from chakra exhaustion. For me, since I'm an Uzumaki, I have tons of it. And also my tenet gives me tons of chakra. Naruto says tenet because, well, the Nine Tails is, well, somewhat his tenet, but instead of saying tenet, no, instead of saying tenet or whatever, he says my partner in crime gives me some chakra. And she kind of got confused with that, and Naruto says, "You don't need to know what I was talking about." This is where Naruto says, that is the second reason. Now, the third jutsu I have used is the flying Raijin. You can probably use it if you have very, very good control of your chakra. And will not be smashing into you'll be smashing into walls on a daily basis and trying to learn it. But I learned it perfectly easy because you're just gonna have to think of like somewhat. So I don't really know how the flying Raijin actually works. I mean, pause this for a second. But I don't really know how the flying Raijin actually does work. I think it's like works with the flow of lightning, or was it? Because I'm just thinking from the name, it's Raijin, flying Raijin. Wait, I thought there were more requirements to the flying Raijin, but really, it's just you just gotta put the ceiling marks and anything. But you do have to have a clear mind and where to go. So that's what Naruto said. I don't know what I was talking about. I'm just an idiot half the time. I'm kind of tired a little bit, but yeah, just a little bit. Now, this is where Naruto just says that, and this is where she kind of wants to learn how to do it. Naruto kind of really doesn't want to teach her, and of course, this is where Naruto says, since I already said about my, jutsus, my three main jutsus, and I'm not going to talk about how I can push, use lightning, or my sword. How about you? What do you really have? She said, well, I can use somewhat ice release. And Naruto says, Hydroton? She says, not really. I can use Hydroton, it's just I'm not that great at it. My mother was better than me, but I can't really use it. Naruto says, interesting, ice style. Can you use any of the ice jutsus? She has taught me it, but I kind of suck at using it. Naruto, he pulls out a piece of paper and gives it to her. And this is where Naruto says, put chakra in it. And of course, this is where she just says, wait, why? Naruto just says, do it. This is where she does, and the paper cuts into three pieces. One catches on fire, another turns into ice, and another kind of just water. Naruto says, I see the problem. Since Sarina does have eyesight, so she has kind of blue hair, but also her hair is kind of orangey red and all that. I think that's what I mentioned about her. She has fire style that kind of doesn't work with her eye style that much. And Naruto says, your fire style, since you have a fire infinity, it looks like you have 4 infinities in total. Not 4 infinities. Wait, no. She does have 4 infinities. Fire, water, ice, and, wind. And of course, Naruto says, since you have those 4 infinities, fire style seems like it's blocking your ice style. So that's why you're not that great at it. You're probably using fire jutsus without even realizing it. And she's like, am I really? Naruto says, yes, you probably are. We gotta somehow control that. Now, go to sleep already. And Sarina says, I can't really go to sleep when I got this much information about how I can't use my eyesight. Naruto says, for fuck's sakes. Fine. If you don't go to sleep, I'm gonna have to knock you out so you can go to sleep. She says, what? Why? You need sleep? And then Sarina says, you also need sleep, don't you? Naruto says, no, not really. Naruto had his eyes closed, and of course, where Sarina says, if you don't need sleep, why you have your eyes closed? Because I'm using my sensory type to kind of look around. And of course, she says, whatever. She goes inside and goes to sleep. Now, Naruto, he just uses his what's called sensory the whole time. But of course, midway, he kind of falls asleep a little bit. And this is where, it's not very cold for him because, he has been outside training with the old man in flashback memories. And of course, it was cold that one, when he was, 9 years old, it was kind of cold and he was always wearing a coat and all that. While the old man was not even wearing that much of a coat or a puffy coat or like a what's it called long what's it called long what is it called okay, I don't know what it's called in English, but I'm gonna just say in Spanish, camisa manga larga. But yeah, that he wasn't wearing that, and of course he was just wearing a plain old shirt. And of course Naruto asked when he was 9 years old, "How are you not cold? It's freezing out here." The old man says, "Do you never remember, Naruto? I told you about my planet where I was born and raised. It was cold when I was born and raised in there, but of course, every person or every, well, my species got very used to it. And you are complaining about such a small, cold winter here? Naruto will not be able to survive that much on my planet." Naruto was kind of just getting angry, puffing up his like cheeks and all. And of course, the old man laughs and all that. And of course, Naruto's just remembering those memories. Now, this is where the sun rises up, and of course, Naruto wakes up and all that. He only slept for like at least 4 hours, but he doesn't need that much sleep when he is somewhat of a I would say somewhat of a god. No, he kind of uses the force to kind of help his body and all that. But yeah, or Kurama usually pumps in chakra for him to wake up. That's where Kurama says, "Naruto, what do you want? Since you don't have really good jutsus to kind of teach him, I can give you jutsus that I kind of learn from Kushina and what's called Minto." And Naruto says, "What do you mean from Minto?" Minto was from the first Uzumaki that ever came to the village and was the wife of Hashirama. And since I was still inside her, I kind of saw a lot of jutsu she was writing. And when I was inside her mother, I saw a lot of jutsus when she was reading. You can teach them those jutsus because I have a scroll. Naruto says, "Okay, let me see the scroll." So, of course, Kurama gives him the scroll, well, not scroll ceiling, a scroll, and of course, Naruto reads through it, and of course, it's just a bunch of like water jutsus, fire jutsus, lightning jutsus, wind jutsus, and even earth jutsus. Naruto doesn't even know about his own infinity because he does know about his own infinity because when he was 2 months, he did kind of talk to Kurama about the infinities, and that's how he kind of gave the paper towards Sarina. Now, of course, Naruto's infinities are, well, lightning, very much of a high infinity, not wind that much. What's called fire is also a high infinity that he has because of Kurama. And also, okay, so he also has another affinity called, I'm gonna say, darkness infinity, because he's from the dark side. Oh no, I just thought of it, okay. So yeah. Of course, this is where, well, he goes outside, of course. Well, he jumps off the roof, kind of lands outside into the middle of the, what's called view and all that. And, well, not middle of the view. In the middle of, like, outside, just waiting for Shirina, Inko, and, well, Laura to kind of just wake up and all that. Or Ladora, I don't remember what I call her. Laura? I think that's what I call her. I don't remember. Well, of course, they all wake up, and of course, Irina is very excited to learn, learn about how to control her fire style more easier. Inko is tired, and it's like really tired and all that. And Laura, she's like, why are you so excited, Siren, for training? Siren says, well, I kind of learned about why I can't really control my ice style that well. And then he kind of says, why not? Because I have fire infinity kind of messing up my ice style. How do you know that? I kind of check on some paper. Huh, that's pretty interesting. And of course, this is where Inko and Laura says, wait, how? Naruto, help me out? You mean the guy? This is where they see Naruto. Naruto, he has his eyes kind of closed, and of course he's using chakra sense and all. Well, not chakra sense, He's using chakra sense as force sense, because his force sense is pretty much long range, and of course he can sense anyone near him or anything. But then he's using chakra sense, just kind of training both of those senses and all that. But yeah, this is where Naruto opened his eyes and says, "Ah, I see you're all awake." And of course, Harina says, "Did you not fall asleep or anything?" Naruto says, "Again, I don't need sleep." This is where Naruto, he pulls out, what's it called? 3 scrolls. Well, I mean, not 3 scrolls. He pulls out 3 scrolls, but before doing that, he gives two chakra papers to each girl. Not Cyrena, because he already knows about her infinities, but to Inko and, well, Laura. Laura asks, why would we need these papers? Naruto says, just put chakra into them, and if you need help, Cyrena actually has done this, so just ask her. Of course, Naruto's right now just writing stuff on the, what's called, one of the first scrolls. And of course, this is where Cyrena, for her water, her water, wind, and, well, fire infinity. And also some basic, like, what's called chakra control infinities, like the tree walking and water walking. But yeah, of course, this is where Naruto write that down. He sees that Laura has added chakra and all that. What's it called? Not chakra. Not wind chakra. Chakra into the paper, and, well, it cuts into two pieces. Two pieces. And of course, well, there's wind. It crumbles on one side and turns to like dust and all. It's earth. And the other side, well, it kind of just burns a little bit. And it's fire. Naruto writes down fire, wind, and earth scroll. What's called earth jutsu for Laura, and then for Inko, it kind of cuts. Well, not really cuts. It kind of what's called turns green on one side, and like green and kind of like becomes wood a little bit. And Naruto says, "Wood style? What the hell?" But not really wood style. It kind of just turns green and all. And of course, Naruto's confused. He doesn't know what the hell that is. Kurama says, "Oh no, kid." And the other side, it just kind of wettens and kind of turns to dust also. And of course, Naruto just says earth and water style. Got it. Naruto just writes it down. Water and earth style jutsus. Not really high ranking or anything, because that's what, Kushina Minto wasn't really reading on that much when Kurama was watching on. But yeah, Naruto just writes down some low ranking jutsus. And of course, did tell the girls about tree climbing, about how you guys already know chakra control. Guessing that you already know. And of course, the 3 girls does a nod and says, what is tree walking? Naruto, he does it pretty easily, because Kurama has teach him already. And of course, he just says, that's how you do it. You will probably fall multiple times, so just don't get angry. Also, later, you will do water walking, but yeah, it'll be the same thing as tree climbing. It would just be way harder, and you will probably fall down. But with that, he gives 1 scroll to Cyrena, 1 scroll to Laura, and 1 scroll to Inko, and says those are the jutsus that you will probably be learning. They all have all the special, what's called infinity chakras, and the, I guess, your Kenkais. I have no fucking clue. Deal with it, I have no clue about your Kenkais, so go learn about those, I don't know. And of course, this is where Naruto just walks away. And Naruto is now just walking away. Cyrena says, where are you going? Naruto says, you gotta get training. I'm going to, well, see Tazuna. Cyrena says, but Tazuna's house is open. And when she tries to look at Naruto, Naruto already disappeared. He threw his kunai pretty far using the force push and uses flying direction. She's like, are you fucking serious? Naruto just disappeared. And this is where we go into a time skip. Naruto is already at Gato's base and sees the Doug army that's outside. Naruto, he put his blade, well, what's called? His blade is red, and he charges into the what's called Doug army. He cuts through multiple of them and gets to what's called. He just cuts through the door, making a circle, a perfect circle, by the way. And of course, this is where Gato says, "Who are you?" This is where Naruto is right now meeting face to face with a man having red clouds and green eyes and kind of red eyes also. This is Kakazu, the S-ranked ninja. Naruto says, "Who the hell are you?" Kakazu says, "I'm Kakazu, and I'm guessing you're one of those ninjas that are right now here to kill Gato, my money." And of course, Gato says, "Get him!" This is where Kakazu started using fire and water and wind and lightning and earth and all that. Naruto uses his force to already crush Gato's hearts. Well, not what's called not Gato's heart. He actually dodges a bunch of attacks, and of course, Naruto stabs him in the what's called heart. And Naruto uses force sense and kind of senses some figures in what's called his heart. He actually broke one of them, and Naruto jumps away. This is where Kakuzu tries to kill Naruto. Naruto jumps away. Naruto says, "I see. Then, let's see if you can dodge this." This is where Kakuzu says, "What do you mean dodge?" Naruto uses force and crushes all what's called Kakuzu's heart. Kakuzu says, "Ow!" Naruto uses a lightsaber, cuts his head off. Yes, Naruto's that strong. And if you don't like OP Naruto, then fuck right off. Naruto goes back in, kills Gato, takes his head, put it in the sealing scroll. Also takes Kakuzu's head, put it in the sealing scroll. He gets into what's called the vault of Gato, makes a perfect circle, gets in, and takes all the money. Because Naruto, you see here, lightsabers can just cut through a bunch of things. So yeah. But Naruto disappears from the what's called view. He does do what's called one explosion clone and walks into the building. Boom! The building is gone. The building is gone. This is where we go back into what's called Serena, Laura, and Inko. And of course, Tazuna says, "Where's that guy?" and all that. Of course, Nayana did wake up, and of course, she just needed like proper rest and all that. And says, girls, what are you three training on?" Tree walking also some juices that Naruto left off for us. Nayana says, "Who?" They say the boy that was here that helped us with what's called Zabuza and all. And she says, "I see." So where is he? Naruto appears again. And of course, he did put a seal on a tree and all that, kind of near Tazuna's house, and he appears. That's where Naruto says, Tazuna. Tazuna said, "Yeah." Is this Gato, by the way? This is where Naruto pulls out a scroll, and this is where Gato's head. Tazuna says, "That is Gato's head. Holy fuck, you actually killed him." Exactly. I'm not gonna take this mission, take forever. And of course, it's where not Gato, Tazuna says, "You kill him, we're free, yeah." But you still need to build a bridge so you can pay back for the village for the C rank mission and also probably the B rank mission that's gonna probably charge you. And Gato not Gato, Tazuna just realized to say, "Shit, we gotta do that." So of course, Naruto does give what's called a head to Tazuna. Tazuna shows it to a bunch of villagers. And of course, the villager starts helping Tazuna for the bridge. And of course, they just build the bridge real fast. It only take them about 4 days. Well, yeah, not 4 days, 3 days, because everyone's actually helping. And Inari is very happy that Gato's dead and all that. And of course, they do have what's called Gato's head in the middle of the village to show that he is dead. Everyone is helping, kids, yeah, you get the point. Naruto also did hunt for like food and all that, and also did kind of give Tazuna like this scroll of like sealing. But of course, what's called Tazuna did not know how to open this, and Naruto opened it for him, and it's just a bunch of money. This is where he says, "Holy shit." The town started fixing up the whole money and blah blah blah, the money problem and all. So yeah. Of course, the bridge was built in 3 days, and so of course, with that happening, Naruto is just saying, okay, everyone's done. Of course, Irina, Inko, and what's called, well, Laura has trained and has already done the tree climbing, but of course, the water walking did take for 3 days. And of course, are going back to the village. Naruto, he did tell everyone bye and all that. He was actually leaving way earlier. And of course, well, Nayana and her team actually decide to follow Naruto. They see Naruto is pretty much easily just walking slowly. Naruto's just taking the view in. He likes being outside the village a lot and not inside it. So yeah. Of course, Naruto, he kind of just pulls up a what's called map and all that. And to see where's the closest bounty, what's called bounty tavern, whatever it's called, for the money for he's gonna get. So he kind of say there's like this 2 roadside and like one to go to the Leaf Village and another to go to another place. What's called kind of village and all that, another small village. Naruto takes the small village tour, and of course is where Sirena noticed Naruto where he's going. And of course, Sirena asks Naruto, where are you going? The village is over there. Naruto says, yes, but I'm here to get my bounty. Hunt, treasury, money. Okay, you see here, I just need my money. That, and I just don't want to go back to the village. For a little bit. I just don't like being in the village. So, yeah, go back to the village since you're done with your mission. I'm going to go get my money. Serena just kind of looks at Naruto. Naruto just says goodbye. Stop looking at me like that. And of course, Serena stops and then walks away. Walks back to her team. But yeah, this is actually where I'm going to leave it off because when my throat's kind of hurting. Or kind of being itchy and all that. But yeah. But yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed. Got it. And yeah, this is where I'm going to leave it for part 2. But yeah, potato.